The most dangerous thing in our life now is drugs. Drugs ruin our life, our health, ruin our families, ruin our economic system, ruin everything. In Thailand, there's a lot of people addicted to methamphetamine. It's a big problem because many families bankrupt. Many families were ruined completely because of one or two of their kids become drug addicts. They ruin everything. Why drugs become so popular in the world now, especially in Thailand? When I look at it, I think the government tried to solve this problem a lot. They tried to change the law, make new policy, but you didn't see any progress. It's more and more serious. When I look back deeply, I can see that the cause of drugs is our lifestyle. The way of our life is a problem, the biggest problem that push people turn to drugs more and more. Think about when people were born. They grew up not very long. Their parents forced them to learn, to study. Only 3 years, 4 years, they were sent to kindergarten, to the nursing school, to kindergarten and go to school. They were told to do this, do that, do this, do that all the time. They were scheduled almost all day long, every day. Most of people grew up with no freedom. Most of people never do what they want to do. They cannot do what they want to do because their parents always tell them what their parents want them to do. And in the same time, the school tell them what the school want them to do. And after that, the company, the boss, will tell them to do what the boss want them to do. Most of people don't have a chance to do what they like to do. So they feel like they did not own their life. Their lives not belong to them because they never do anything that they like to do. They have to do what they don't like to do most of the time. They don't like math. They need to learn math. They don't like English, but they need to learn to study English. They don't like to do this work. They have to do this work because if you don't work, you don't have money to make a living. So this kind of pressure is accumulate more and more in people's head until it become normal. Our normal life will be oppressed all the time. Most of people don't feel like they have freedom. They feel meaningless. They feel stressed. A lot of worry, a lot of stress, a lot of upsetting feeling. Most of the time people feel like that. So drugs is only one thing that make people feel like I can be myself. I can forget things easily. I can forget what I worry when I take drugs. It's similar to when we have pain. If we have pain relief, we choose to have it because it helps to relieve our pain. That's why most of people choose drugs because it helps them to feel relief a little bit. It's better than nothing. Actually, I think most of people don't like drugs, but the way of life forces them to have it. Because we design our life to be robot, to be an engine. We did not design our life to be animal, to be human. So we need to work like an engine. But we are human. That's contrast. That's conflict inside us. That's why many people suffer a lot. In Thailand, so many young people addicted to methamphetamine, and they become crazy after that. They become mental sickness after that. They ruin their life completely. And in the same time, when one family have one or two person who addicted to methamphetamine, it ruin the whole family, because these people, they cannot love themselves. They cannot love other people too. It's so sad that we develop most of people to feel like their life had no meaning. They cannot love themselves. They can't see the value of life. They see only suffering. They see only pressure. They see only stress or depressed feeling. This is the main cause of drugs that I can see from my perspective. I think the way of life like this, it encourages people to turn to drugs more and more. In the same time, in Thailand, some politicians and some government officials, they do drugs. They sell drugs themselves because they need to make a lot of money to buy vote for election. And many government officials, they need a lot of money to buy their position, to get power, and then they can protect their business. They make more money. So that's the way it happened in Thailand. I think in many countries it will be similar too. Government are the person who push drug addicted rise up very fast. When I look back in the past, when I was a kid, 60 years ago, 50 years ago, my village, we have about 5,000 people. I know everybody. Everybody know each other. Only 5,000 people in my village. And in 5,000 people, we have less than 3 people who become alcoholic in the village. At that time, the drugs that we have in our village is alcohol number 1. Tobacco is number 1, but they grow their own tobacco. Alcohol and marijuana. There's 3 things. We have no policeman at that time because we live very far away from the center of the power. But less people addicted to these 3 drugs. They smoke tobacco. It's normal thing for people at that time. They grow their own tobacco. They grow their own marijuana. But marijuana at that time is less than 3 people. There are about 3 people in the village that who addicted to marijuana at that time. So very small amount of number of people who addicted to drugs at that time. But now our village is almost 7,000 people, almost 7,000 up to 8,000 people in the village. But now more than 50 kids, 50 young people are in jail because of methamphetamine. That's quite serious. And there are a lot more addicted, but they did not go to jail. They're still outside. And alcohol, there are more alcoholic. They just drink and drink and drink, don't do anything, walk around the village and drink, ask for money from people, buy alcohol all the time. This is quite serious. In the past, people have a lot of fun. People admire people who do something good. They respect people who are good person, who have good moral, who have generous mind, who help other people. Those people will get a lot of respect from the community. That's why people want to do good things. And then at the end of their life, many people after the middle age, they will turn to the spiritual path. They pursue spiritual way of life more after 60 years old. They feel like it's peaceful, it's nice. That's the value of life at that time. But now, people don't care what you are doing. They don't care you be good or bad. They care only how much money you have. They admire people who have a lot of money. And they don't care how can you make money. So when we admire people who have money, we praise people who have money as a successful person. So everybody want to be rich. There's a lot of pressure on people. If you're not rich, you'll be looked down on by family member, by community. And then you need to go fight to make money, to compete to make money. But to be rich, not everybody can be rich. Very small percent of the people who can be rich. Because on the top of pyramids, there's not a lot of space to stand on. Only one person, very small amount of people can be on top of pyramid. But on the base of pyramid, we need a lot of people. So the people who are lower in the bottom of pyramid are the big number of people who suffer, who work hard in the system that were designed to force them to work hard for people who stand on the top of pyramid. So these people depressed, they suffer, they have no freedom, they cannot enjoy their life. That's why they feel meaningless, they feel sad. Most of the time in their life they feel like that. So when they turn to drugs, only one time in their life that they feel relaxed, they can be themselves, they can be free. Even a small period of time, but it's so high value for their feeling. I think that's the main cause of people who turn to drugs. So to solve this problem, I think it's not easy at all. Only people who can understand it can solve this problem. When we understand it, we will change the way of our life to make our life have more meaning from inside us, not from outside. Not meaning from money that we make, but we can make meaning for our life from inside us, from our own ability. If we can do that, we enjoy our life, we love our life. When we feel like that, we don't want to ruin what we love. That's why we will not touch any drugs that can be harmful to our happiness, our freedom, and our love, our fun life. We don't want to ruin it. So I think it's important now, if we turn our life, design our new life, to make our life has meaning from inside. Do good things for us and for other people, and then respect people who do good things, not respect people who have a lot of money. And then give more freedom to ourselves, give more freedom to our kids, our people nearby us. Respect them, let them do what they want to do, so they can enjoy their life. They can feel like they own their life. I think this will help to solve drugs problem. I can see many people, many families who do homeschooling with us. Now, most of the kids grew up, 20 years old already. All of them, nobody take drugs. as I know. Because this family, they give a lot of freedom to their kids. Their kid can make decision for themselves. They don't want to go to the school. Their parents turn their house into home school. So they learn the way they want to learn. Their kid want to do anything, parents just support them. So when the kid grew up by themselves like that, they feel like they can be themselves. They do what they want to do. They do what they love to do. So they're proud of themselves. They're happy with themselves. They enjoy their life. They can see their life have a lot of meaning. That's why they know that drugs can ruin their beauty of life. They don't want to take drugs. So these people play game. They're not addicted to game. They understand drugs. They don't take drugs. How can we increase the number of people like this? This is the way to solve drugs problem that I can see now. And then we cannot expect that the government can do much on these topics, because many politicians, many big people in the government, they do drug trafficking behind the scene. They use government official as a tools. So when they arrested people who sell drugs, they arrest opposite side. They did not arrest their side. That's what happened in many places in the world, I think. I can see that in Thailand quite clear. So hope to solve this problem is family. Come back to ourselves. Come back to family. That's only hope that I can have now.